Hey team, welcome back to another video here on YouTube. If you're new to my channel, I just want you guys to like, subscribe, smash the subscribe button. All these videos are completely free. Okay, we're headed out right now to Newport Beach, California from Las Vegas. And I wanted to drop in, give my salespeople an important methodology that I have inside of my sales school, which is called the invisible line of trust. Take out a pen, a notepad, write this down, the invisible line of trust. Now, here's the myth about trust. The myth about trust is this, that it takes time to build trust with another individual. But some of you guys are in relationships and you've been in relationships for a year and you still haven't built trust with an individual. It does not take time to build trust with an individual, okay? There is a formula to trust. So the myth is this, it doesn't take 6 months, it doesn't take 6 hours, it doesn't take 6 weeks. You think the longer you spend with your clients, the more trust you're gonna have with it. People have been in relationships for 3 years, they still don't trust one another. Like, wouldn't it be amazing if there was like this instant button of trust, right? Now, let me tell you the other myth about trust. It is not built by words of telling somebody, hey, trust me, I'm gonna get you out the right product. Actually, if you tell a customer, trust me, we are the best out there, they're probably gonna think the opposite. Fellas, it's like telling a lady, trust me, I'm not like the other guys. The freaking lady inside of her head is like, cut it, pal. Like anything but that freaking line. Don't use that line. Like, oh, trust me, I'm not like the other guys. I'm gonna do you different. Number one, do not tell people, trust me, we are the best. That is not the invisible line of trust, okay? So number one, it doesn't take time. Number two, it doesn't take the word by telling somebody else, trust me, I'm being honest. What, should I not trust you before? Were you lying to me before? Oh, and by the way, your tone inside of sales is also what's not gonna build trust. I'm gonna show you the tone of what you're trying to fake, like, oh, I'm gonna heighten my tone here and lower my tone here, and then quiet my voice here, and then raise my voice up here. No. Here's, by the way, here's the best tone inside of sales. Actually giving a fuck about your client. Off side note, by the way, the best tone that you can ever use inside of sales is actually giving a crap about serving your other client. Why? Because people feel that and people actually trust that. Because trust is built from the heart, from an energetic level. There's something about this person that I just feel like, know, and trust about this individual. And I don't know, have you ever been around people and you just don't know what it is, but you just trust that other individual? Yeah, that comes from little tip here on the side from actually giving a shit about the other person, which is gonna fall into my point, which is actually being empathetic. The number one tone inside of sales, write this down, is giving a crap about the other individual. You can use all the tips and tricks that you wanna use, but when you actually give a shit, stop and park and be like, Mary, I was about to talk about XYZ, but what do you mean about what you just said right there? Yeah, that's how you build trust inside of sales. But here is the magical line of trust. You ready for this? It's seeking to understand and not seeking to reply. That is the magical line of trust, okay? It's actually when you're talking to a prospect, you're not seeking to reply to your next question. You're seeking to understand what the client has said. Why? Because inside of a sale, you want to know when the sale happens. When you're talking to a client, you're writing on a piece of paper, hey, Mary, so what is it exactly you need? Nice. Let me ask you a question. What's the kryptonite as to why you haven't been able to solve that? They start talking. Now you want to jump to the next question, or you want to jump to presenting. You say, Mary, pause. I was about to talk about XYZ, about how we can help you, and jump a couple steps right here, but you just told me something important 2.5 minutes ago that I'm writing down on my sheet of paper right now, and I've been hearing you out. You told me, and I want to stop, park, and go a little bit deeper. What exactly do you mean by you haven't been able to do XYZ because of ABC? That's where the sale happens. That's the invisible line of trust. You want to know what Mary's thinking? Holy shit, finally actually somebody that listens and gives a crap. That's where the sale is. The sale happens right there. The cash is just collected in the last 10 minutes of the conversation, but that's where the sale happened. Why? Because something right there, you actively listened and you show the prospect that you're listening to him, not telling them I'm listening, but you're showing them throughout your phrases and your words and everything. Hey, by the way, I've been hearing you out. And ladies watching this video, guys are dumb. We know that. Guys are black and white thinkers. Imagine, ladies, you're inside of sales. Imagine you were that dream man to your prospects that you would love to have inside of your life. That man that just listened to everything. He listened to you in the first date, what color roses you like, the horses, the horseback riding place that you would always love to go dream of. So he listened to you in the beginning. So towards the end, when it was time to go on a beautiful date, he knew where to take you without even freaking asking. He knew what you liked. He'd seen your mannerisms. He's seen your Pinterest page. He said, look, imagine that dream man inside of your life, ladies, okay? Imagine you could be that for your prospects. Everybody here, men and women, would freaking crush it inside of sales. Let me summarize that actually all again. The invisible line of trust is giving a crap and seeking to understand and not seeking to reply. Here's how it's built. It's built through going deep and not through going wide. That's the invisible line of trust. It's not asking a question completely unrelated from the last question that you asked. Trust is built when you ask a question that is related to their last response and when you go a little bit deeper. So if you're on a date and the lady's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm from Hawaii. Nice. So what do you do out here in Hawaii? Oh yeah, I have a dog grooming business. Oh, amazing. So do you have family out here? you're doing a bad job. There's no trust built there. There's no relationship. There's no great communication built there. And it might take a year for that person to trust you. Why? Because you show that you don't give a shit. You're going wide communication. You're asking a question that is completely unrelated to their last response. You want to be an effective communicator and build trust immediately with people. Stop and park and pause. The moment you see that twinkle in that person's eye and they start talking a little bit, stop, park, and pause and ask them, but what do you mean you have a dog grooming business out here? Like, how do you get your clients? Holy jeez, there's enough people here to like, how do you get your clients? Nice. Like, how do you plan on growing it? Do you have a business partner? Stop, park, and pause. Oh shit. Finally, somebody that cares and they go deep. The invisible line of trust is seeking to understand and not seeking to reply. When you can catch on that and you have the greatest tone, remember the greatest tone in the world is actually giving a crap about your clients. People can feel it. Why have I been able to travel the world and train millions of people? It's because I actually give a shit about people. That's your number one skill inside of business. Your number one skill is not learning how to heighten your voice here and lowering your voice. It's actually giving a crap. In these videos, you could tell I'm just real. There's not even a chop and an edit here. It's just real. People can feel it. It's heart-to-heart selling. Remember that, the invisible line of trust, seeking to understand what people need. Go a little bit deeper instead of going wide. The moment you go wide, there's an ego that plays inside of the conversation. The moment you go deep, you actually give a shit about the individual. Hey, by the way, take your finger, smash the like button, comment on these videos if you want more, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.